thunderstorm. I haven't recorded a video in like 2 weeks because I know I had set up for vacation. Actually, on vacation. It's like my first or second day. No, it's my first full day. Yesterday is when we got here. So yeah, I just went to North Carolina. I'm gonna be here till like Thursday, Friday, or South Carolina. Myrtle Beach is really cool. And ocean's nice. Yeah, but I'm gonna, after I finish this one up, this one will be like 8 or 9 parts, maybe 10 to 12 actually. All depends on how much I get through this. And if you like I normally, how I talk my first 2 videos, you know, quiet and shy. That's how I did talk. But you know, I noticed like when I rewatched the videos that like I didn't enjoy watching it when somebody's talking all quiet and, you know, always like shyish. So I want to be more like outgoing, I want to say. So yeah. And yeah, after this I'm gonna do, if you've ever seen Storm videos, which is the person's name I said in the last video at the beginning. I don't know why, it was just his channel was on my mind. Yeah, if you check out any of his one of his 2 main series going on, the Golden Fox and the Rogue Fox and whatever else, you know, promote him, shout out his channel. You know, good YouTuber. I watch him all the time. He doesn't post as often as I would like, but you know, it's good enough. Yeah, like his kind of what ifs, I'm gonna make those, or it's like theories. So I'm gonna probably make a what if. I mean, Naruto and the Thunderstorm is what the series is gonna be called, and that one's gonna be probably like a continued series. Like, I'm gonna make it completely like OG. It's gonna stay on the main storyline, but it's just gonna be like me, like my creation. You know, this characters are gonna be the same. There's gonna be OCs. There's gonna be old characters that would have died in the original that didn't die, and I'll explain why they didn't die, and it's gonna be so cool. I've been planning it for like the past 2 weeks. I've been thinking about, you know, my current video and how it's doing. I know I was gonna make the whole tuning exams in the last video. Yeah, my little brother was being a little bit extra. I think my older brother's snoring. If you guys can catch that, I'm sorry, but can't control him. Alright, so yeah. So where we left off was the second part of the tuning exams, right after Unko told them, after Unko gave them the go-ahead. And I realized I didn't explain a plot hole. I said that it was 2 females on Kurenai's team. I said it was Hinata and what's her name. So the teams are actually, it goes, instead of, you know, being with being with Shikamaru and Joji, she's with Naruto and Sasuke. Kurenai's team is her same team, except for instead of Hinata, it's Sakura, and instead of Ino being on Shino and what's her name's team, it's Hinata. So yeah. So as we go into the one if, we pick up at the second part of the tuning exams as Team 7 enters the forest with you know, them having their trademark abilities are the only way to identify themselves between each other. And Naruto goes off to take a pee like in the original, but when he gets attacked, you know, he senses his attacker. He takes them out and he collects the scroll, and then he tells his teammates when he returns, you know, showing them his wings, you know, showing them the scroll that he got from the guy that attacked him. He's like, we should probably go straight to the center, you know. We should try to get the fastest time on this ever, you know, because he wants to be the best of the best. And as we continue, he's going to the forest, and then he senses an evil presence wipe across the forest. As he rushes towards the evil presence at a split second, he so basically he was running. Him and his team could see the house, the middle area, and then then you see the tree to the right shatter, and you see like a flash go to the left as he darts off after hitting the tree to the right to go towards the evil presence, which is Orochimaru. And as he shows up, you see Sasuke shooting his phoenix flowers at Orochimaru, and then your perspective changes to Jiraiya and Minato. As Minato is in a wheelchair, with Jiraiya holding onto the chair, as the chair was made by Yamato and could absorb chakra and would, fluctuate it and put it into the fourth Hokage, because Jiraiya didn't know any sealing jutsu, so the only, not sealing, healing jutsu. So the only healing he could do was by giving him his chakra. So he would, give him his chakra into the chair when he pushed him around. They were off the map. The map that shows the nations. They wouldn't be able to be found on it, as they found a island in the middle of the water, and as Jiraiya and Minato would come towards the house, they would be confronted by a ghost-like figure asking who they were and what they wanted. Not Minato, Jiraiya getting on his knees and bowing to the ghost, saying, please take me to the mystic healer that has been foretold to be able to heal any wound or any injury. My student here was injured while protecting his family and his village, and I think he should have the right to be able to keep his family safe. And the ghost would be like, I don't know. The ghost is just like, let's just say the ghost's name is Clinton. I don't know why I chose that name. It just first name came in my head. Clinton would be like, you do not bow to me. He's a ghost. I am the dead. I'm a spirit that serves, the mistress of this house. Sorry if you can hear me slosh on my spit. I don't know why I'm doing it. It's just something to keep my attention, I guess. But yeah, they were sorry to go on tangents. I'm watching TV at the same time as recording this, and I'm in the middle of an ad, so I'm just trying to keep my brain focused. Yeah, so as they were talking to the ghost said that you serve the mistress of the house, and the mistress's name is still not disclosed. So Minato would ask him, Minato would ask again to be taken to the healing mistress to be healed, and then the ghost would say, I do not know of a healing mistress. And Minato and Jiraiya. Instead of saying Minato and Jiraiya, I'm just gonna say Jiraiya. It's both of them, but I'd rather just say it one time. Just say one name. Alright, so Jiraiya would tell would say um, we would do anything, you know, anything you need, anything, like, we can get you, like, anything in the world, as long as it's possible, we'll get it for you. And then he said, I want to test and see if you are pure of heart. And then Minato vanishes, and Jiraiya asks him where he goes, and then the ghost says, I don't know. He says, I don't know, in the most dead, most casual voice ever. Just, I don't know. And then Jiraiya, being, scared his student can't walk, he can barely defend himself. The only thing he has is his arms, which means he can still do jutsu, but if he gets knocked off balance and knocked over, he's low-key screwed, because he can't fully see. Like, he can turn over and stuff, but he can't move his legs. Minato was transported to the land of the dragons by the Dragon King, not the ghost. The Dragon King summoned him and they had a conversation. As Minato would be teleported back to the mansion with the dragon seal of approval on his head, and the ghost, seeing like there was a dragon breathing fire on his head and it was gold, like symbolizing that it wasn't like something fake. The ghost would bow and apologize for testing his heart and saying that he did not believe that he was pure hearted good. So he would invite him into the house along with Jiraiya, saying that if you're a good person and the dragons have approved of you, I would believe that your companion would be good, pure of heart. He's your master. And so there at the house, as a little girl walks into the room. Jiraiya and Minato are in. Jiraiya sitting right next to the bed that Minato is sitting up in. You know how, like, in hospitals, whenever somebody's in bed and they have that little thing, and they can lift themselves up or push their bed back so they can lay down or sit up. It's like that. And then Minato's sitting up, and as the little girl walks into the room, Jiraiya asks who she is, and the little girl says, I am Arya Dragneel. And Jiraiya, being confused why her name sounds like dragon, would ask, why does your name sound like you're part of the dragon clan? And then she would be like, a dragon blessed my mother, and so my mother gave me the last name of the dragon that blessed her, Dragneel. And then and then Jiraiya would be like, oh, so your mother was blessed by a dragon. And Naruto said, yes, she was. Not Naruto. The little girl says, yes, she was. She was blessed when she was a little girl, and has stayed here ever since she found out how extraordinary being blessed, and how lucky she is to have met a dragon, and her being pure of heart, being able to accept the dragon to her heart and her spirit. Her being able to merge with the dragon. And I'm saying, like, different type of dragons can give you different types of abilities. Like Naruto's dragon, he turned into gold because he was a warrior leader, as he was second. He was the son of the dragon head. He was the general, basically. So he was basically the vice president if you live in America, or if you follow the Pope. He was like a cardinal, basically. Or if you're like in the military, he was a general or something like that, or admiral, whichever one's under general, and or whichever one's under the top one. And yeah, he was very powerful action dragon. The one that her mother was a female, and she was a healing dragon. She's the OC. She's the little girl's one of the OCs, and the mistress is the other OC. And Jiraiya asked the little girl for her to if she knew who the healing mistress was, and the little girl said she didn't know who a healing mistress was. The only person that lived here other than her was her mother and the ghosts. And then what's her name? What's his name? Jiraiya asked about the dragon. Asked about her father, and she said her father was a dragon, and she then her eyes turned slit as she turns into. If you've ever seen the Mortal Kombat dragon from Liu Kang's little belt, that little type of dragon, just it's like a salamander, just it floats and breathes fire, or flies and breathes fire. So she was floating, and her scales were not her scales were like a darkish blue, and then they were like a dark ocean blue, and then she turned into a blue light and fell through the floor. Like if you ever see a firework, how it falls through the sky, like that. She fell through the floor. Then the ghosts appeared behind Jiraiya, as Jiraiya, being a ninja and not expecting something to appear behind him, turns around and prepared to defend himself and a student, but realizing it was only a dragon, he slowed down and not the dragon, the ghost. He slowed down and stopped. He was like, "All right, I'm sorry that you just snuck up on me." And then what's name was like, "It's all right." The mistress, as the mistress walks through the door, the ghost falls to the ground and says, "My lady, I did not expect to see you here tonight." And then the mistress says, "Yes, I was wondering why you would let such filth into my house or into my home." And then you hear what's his name, Jiraiya say filth, and as he looked at her, the mistress, not knowing that she was the healing mistress, because the ghost said he's never heard of a healing mistress, but she did not she told them that she could heal people, but she didn't tell them that she was like well known around the world, but she was like a legend now because she hasn't been heard of in like 40 years. But since she has, dragon, she was inhabited by the dragon that gave her her child. Wait, what did I say her name was? Something Dragneel. Fuck. Damn, I shouldn't have cussed. Fuck. Shit. Damn it. Fuck. My bad. I'm sorry. That was a chain of cusses that should not have happened. Damn. Dang it. I keep doing it. I'm sorry. I don't like, be ghetto in videos. Ghetto. Yeah, we'll just say her name is Stella Dragneel, but I'll call her Dragneel just from now on. So Dragneel, the dragon gave the mistress her daughter, and the mistress did not, like men, because she was, as it would flash to a flashback, and it would show her as a little girl, and she would be in rags for clothes, basically, and it was in the Miss Country, and as she was being backed into a corner, or I wouldn't say she was little, she was about 13, she was like 15, and she was being pressed against the wall by 3 men, and she was screaming out for help, and as one of the men covered her mouth, she would want to scratch, their eyes and their hands and, any part of their bodies that she can get a hold of, as the other 2 men would grab her arms, and as she would start to kick, they would also grab her legs. So one man had one hand free and one hand over her mouth, and then the other 2 men had hands and legs in their arms, and they were holding her as a short man named Gato appeared. This was early, and this was before Gato. So let's say Gato's predecessor, the person that trained Gato, let's just say his name was Bato, just because. Bato came and said, what if we found here someone else to join to make me money at one of my brothels, and then frick. I'm sorry that I stopped, talking. And stammer like this, I just lose my train of thought sometimes. And as you can see, it is 1:30 in the morning, and I have been up since 7 a.m. So I apologize for not always having the best train of thought. So yeah, where was I? So yeah, the man with one hand free would ask if they could have some fun with her before, and he would say, no, I would like to, and then as three men would knock her out, and then use the body flicker jutsu to teleport with her to what's it called? To a road leading outside the town at the end of the street, basically. Or not at the end of the street, at the end of the town's road to lead out of it. So, and as the three men would walk, you would see Bato and his three armed guards, swords, walk. Sorry. It's too early. Too late, or whatever. Whatever time it's supposed to be. Walked those armed guards behind the two men, or the three men. You would see all five men except for Bato drop to the ground, and then all five of their heads would roll off, and a man with a mask appeared in front of them, asking the girl if she was okay, or waking the girl up and then asking if she was okay. The girl saying yes, and then the man giving her a wad of cash and saying, "Go buy yourself some clothes and a place to stay and some food for the night. And if I find you again, maybe or not a man, or yes, a man. I'll if I find you again, I can help you out some more." As she would thank him and run off towards the town to get a hotel and some food and some clothes for the night. I mean, the clothes aren't for the night; they're for ever. But the other two are for the night and stuff. The person in the mask would look at Bato, saying he was weak, and he was just a bitch and a swine, and all different types of bad things. And then he said, "Sign me over all your assets and I won't kill you." And then Bato said, "I dare you to try," as he would pull out a knife, and then the man would pull out a sword and put it to Bato's deck and saying again, "Sign over your assets or I'll kill you." And then as what's his name would get legal documents out of his pouch, and I'm sorry again. I'm saying and if you don't like that, I'm sorry. It's my channel. You guys could not watch the video. That would make you very happy. Watch the video, enjoy it. If you like it, you like it. I'm sorry, I'm going on a tangent. Sorry. So, if you don't mind tangents, tell me in the comments. I'll post more often. I don't really need subscribers right now. I mean, if you would like to, like, comment, and subscribe, that'd be cool. Help me get this dream going and started. But, if you don't, it's alright. Yeah. So, So the man would pull out documents from his papers and a pen, and Bato would hand the man his weapon as the man handed him the papers and the pen. As the man turned around to let Gato sign it on his back, Gato pressed the pen up against the the thing, the paper, signing it, and he would pull the pen back and he would start to say all, and then he would lift the pen up and stab the man in the throat as he would grab the pen out of his throat, pull it out, and stab Gato in the stomach. Or Bato in the stomach, and then the dragon would or not the dragon, the man would hold his neck as he put a bandage over it and walked into the town and went to see the girl. And as he found the girl, he talked to her for a little bit, and this part is gonna be just long and boring. Or it's not just gonna be long and boring. It's just gonna be like kind of a long thing. So it's just gonna be a lot of information, a lot of background. If you don't want to hear it, probably just skip ahead about 5 to 10 minutes because it's just gonna be straight me explaining. So the man took her back to her hotel room, which she had already purchased, and she had actually just finished purchasing food and was preparing to bring it back to the hotel room as he returned with her. And they got back to the hotel room. They sat down. She began to eat as she offered him some, and he said, I'm not hungry. And he started explaining some things. First he said, first he asked if she was alright, and who she was and stuff. And she would tell him, my name is Shia, and Shia would say that she's been an orphan all her life. Nobody ever really helped her, treated her like a human, and she's always been on the streets and stuff. So the man would be like, okay, I see you've been you're a good young woman, little girl. I didn't want to see anybody that wasn't able to protect themselves to be hurt at such a young age for not being able to control anything. But control what's going on. And he said, I will not be able to make it much longer. And she said, what do you mean? As he would show her his neck, and then she was like, maybe you can have it healed. And he said, no, the only reason why I'm surviving it right now is because I am a dragon. He cut off vital parts of my body. That the only reason I am able to remain like this is because I am very strong, and I am one of the strongest of my race, and I can do a lot of things. I'm a great healer of my race, and I've been able to sustain myself, but I won't be able to do it forever. So he would start off by saying he has all of Gato's property, and he assigned it under her name, or Bato's, and he has already had it all basically liquidized or sold off, and she will just the money will be given to her. You know, all of it is being transported to her, and or she's going to get it, but the dragon is like, I will take you to hit all his properties, and we will collect the money from the people buying the properties and stuff. So they would continue to talk as Bato, as he would tell her, who Bato was, as he was a bad guy and a prostituter and stuff, and he would tell her that he killed him and that he was a very bad person, and he was if he didn't kill him, that somebody would have done it sooner rather than later. And he would tell her the mysterious story about the dragon race, about how he was a mystical healer amongst the dragons. The ability to heal was rare among dragons. They would be able to have light healing, being able to heal each other's wounds if they had got a small cut, or a small cut is 10 feet long, as dragons are normally hundreds of feet, but can shorten themselves or shapeshift even. Or they can use jutsu, just like the summonings can. They have chakra. But yeah, he would explain, what was going on, how he was one of the last healers he knows of the dragon kind, and he would tell her that she would one day bear a child of a half human, half dragon, and sorry, give me one second. I have to sneeze and blow my nose. Alright, yeah, my bad. I just had to, get something to drink. I actually got a blanket and blew my nose and sneezed. So, I should be good. And, 38 minutes in, I'll probably get to about an hour. Or maybe 2. Might go for an hour and 30. All depends on how I'm feeling by the time this hits an hour. So it'll hit hour and 22 minutes. In 22 minutes, it'll be 1. It'll be 2:06. Yeah, I'll do an hour and probably 15. Hour and 10 to 15. Alright, so my bad. Yeah, so he was explaining to the little girl how, he was a dragon, and there's he's a mystical healer among the dragons and all that stuff. He then said, I will take you to these properties so that you can collect your money, and then I'm gonna take you to a place where you will learn the art of healing from a dragon, and then you will one day, if you choose so, bear the child of a dragon and half human, and then if I have already sensed that you're a pure heart, and that you are not a bad person, you don't want revenge or hatred even for those men who are gonna do terrible things to you. You didn't hate them, you're more scared than anything. You didn't have hate in your heart or anger. straight. It was only fear and hoping that somebody would save you. So, he sensed that she was a good person, and he said, "Do you want to leave now, or would you like to stay? And I will find somebody else while in this weekend state. I might not be able to." And then she said, "I will accept as long as one day, as long as I will never have to, be with a man," is what she said. But, be with a man is just, doing the naughty. And I will go into depth about, Naruto doing the naughty with his harem that I will create probably in the next episode. If this one, alright, you know what? I'm putting a Lego. So if I hit five likes, 5 likes, I will do another part tomorrow or the day after. But if I hit 10 likes, I'll do a part tomorrow, and then that part will definitely be the one where Naruto gets the harem, because I was either thinking that Naruto can create his harem in next episode or episode after this, because we're not switching back to Naruto continuing exams until either next episode or the episode after that. So as we're at as we're in the middle of a flashback right now, and she's telling them about her life. Even though I said before, I started telling you guys about her life and stuff, that she was curious and asked why she let disgusting creatures into her house. And Jirai asked about why she called them disgusting creatures, and she started her whole life story. The only reason why she started her whole life story instead of just saying like she just doesn't like men, is because she saw the mark of the dragon on Minato's forehead, and just didn't say anything. Saying that like dragon blessed her with like pure heart. She has the dragon inside of her, and she has a child with the dragon, so she knew that like dragon are good beings, and trust them, because as long as you trust them, they'll trust you and stuff. So yeah, so she flies off on a dragon to find the places, get the money, and then in the middle of flying to the last place over the ocean, because it was closer to fly over the ocean, around where the map isn't, than to fly, over where the map is to get to their next area. So it was either go around the other way of the world instead of. So it was like I'm in, like, it's like I'm trying to get to not Australia, Alaska. It's like I'm trying to get to Alaska from Japan. Japan's a little island off of Asia, so the easiest way, instead of flying over Asia and Europe and all those to get to the U.S., than to go from over the whole U.S. to Australia. Freaking, you know what I'm talking about. I forget the name. It's too late, early, whatever. Just go the other way. So, I think I explained that too much for no reason, but whatever. Yeah, so, They're trying to find that way. And in the middle of the flight, you see the dragon start to decline fast. And the dragon said, I was losing more energy and blood than I thought. I won't be able to get you everything from the last thing. We have almost all the money, so you should be able to, build your home and stuff. As he landed into the water and created a huge island, creating a large circle barrier around, and then creating an island which is about which is about let's just say 50 miles in each direction. So the radius of the circle, so from the center of the circle to directly to the left side of the circle, was 50 feet or 50 miles in every direction. So, and they built their mansion in the middle, big house, and then the dragon, he didn't die. He went into a stasis mode, prolonging his life. But he was basically like sleeping, and then he could project his mind into others using his healing abilities at the highest level, getting into their mindscape, but mystical dragon powers and stuff. He slowly taught her over the next, however many years I said to get to about, and I would say she trained for half the time I said that it took her, that since the flashback. So I think I said it was like 20 to 30 years, and even if I didn't, let's say it's 20, 30 years. Let's say it's 30 years exactly. So it was 15 years. She was 50, so she's 45 whenever they're meeting. No. Let's say she's 65. No. We're gonna do it like this. We're gonna say she's 70, but she looks like she's 20. And then, she has, the biggest bosoms ever. Like, not like oversized. If they're too big, it's like disgusting. But if they're too small, it's just like, they're just small. There's nothing fine with too small. All boobs, perfect. So yeah, they're like they're like tsunades, but a little bigger and a little rounder. So Gina, she's like, let's say she trains until, so she's 15 whenever she collects all the money, and then let's say she trains until, I'm sorry if I messed up you guys' hearing right there. I messed with the mic a little bit. I just lost my train of thought while I was saying that. Sorry. Wow, I just lost your thought with that. Dang, I'm so sorry, guys. I completely forgot. Oh my god. I don't think I've ever done this. Pause it and think about it. Alright, so let's say the training starts the next day after after um after the dragon lands. So the dragon creates a 50 miles in each direction island, and then he circles the island in his body and submerges himself underwater, hides himself inside the island, collecting energy from the earth and shit to keep him alive, and mystical stuff like that. But he's still able to communicate through the mind and what's it called? Using his telepathic abilities, he taught the girl dragon healing after giving her some of his soul. Let's just say he gave her 15% of his soul or his spirit. It's sealed inside of her, and he's like, once you master this, since you're not a baby when I'm giving you my power, you have to get used to it slowly. She's mastering dragon healing. It takes her a year to master 15%, and then it takes her 6 months to master 25%, and then to master 50%, it's 3 years. So right now it's I did not forget how much I said for 15%. So 1 year for 15%, 6 months for 25, and then 3 years for 50. But this means she has complete mastery over those. She can heal from a small cut to let's say you got a leg cut off, she could reattach that leg with her healing abilities with where she was at 50%. She would have to go all out, and she would only be able to do it once or twice before being seriously injured, or not seriously injured, without being completely drained. Yeah. Then what's then it took then the dragon said it has been 4.5 years. She's now 19, or about to turn 20. Actually, it was her 20th birthday, and the dragon said, I will give you 100% of the dragon's power today, if you would like it, and I can give you complete mastery over it because you've been able to master 50% of my power. I can transfer my knowledge and spirit into you completely, so you have complete mastery and access to all of my knowledge if you ever need it. And she said, yes, I'll love your knowledge and power and whatever. And then she said, what about you said I would one day have a child? And then he says, yes, I know, I remember when I told you that. You'll just have to wait a little while. And he's still building up nature and life energy from the dragon world as he's under the under the island. he tells her that so this is, around the time of the Second Great Ninja War, and he tells her to go out and, help people. Or I'm not saying like when she's finished training, but like whenever the Second Great Ninja War starts, he senses it, what's going on between the ninjas. And this island he populated with, pigs and all the animals, so that, she could live, and stuff. And she had access to all of his knowledge and stuff, so she very smart and stuff. So, let me keep going. She was there until, about the middle of the Second Great Ninja War, and then she went, and in the middle of the war, she appeared in the middle of a big battle. So let's just say it was the one with Ren, Obito, Kakashi went on their mission, and she saw this stuff happening with the kids and saw that they were, what's it called? That Obito had gotten crushed, and she was watching, and she got sad. She thought this child was unsavable, as she could heal extraordinary things, but half of somebody's body being crushed is a little different level. When the dragon said, I don't even think, if 3 healers got together that they could heal that, or I don't think if one healer alone could do that. If you had 2, maybe. Let's just say it's like that. So 1 is like, I can heal the lower part of your body and up, or like your spine or something like that. But like 2 is like, basically I can heal if, like, let's just say one dragon can heal if you get both your legs chopped off and like an arm chopped off. They can put them all back on, as long as they have those 3 pieces of body parts. They can, use their healing powers to connect the nerves and stuff, make sure everything's alright, and stuff. But if it's two dragons, you can, basically you can have all of your limbs cut off except for your head, and they can still bring you back. As long as you're not completely dead, you just have to have like, just, blood still flowing in your system. Yeah. And they she sees Kakashi, and she comes to him, and she says, I saw what happened to your friend, and I'm sorry I couldn't help, but I can help you with that eye that he gave you. And then she's like, are you sure? And then she says yes, and then she puts her hand, and then she raises her hand as he jumps back, and her putting like her hands up, saying like, your friend can check me for weapons, or you can hold that sword on your back to my throat if you want, as I heal you. I just want to make sure you're okay. And Kakashi, agreeing, activates a Chidori as he he walks to her. As he puts his hand down, he activates a Chidori, and says, "This is just in case you try anything." She says, "Oh, that's fine," with a smile on her face, and she winks at Kakashi. Kakashi, being still kind of a little kid, blushes at this, and she puts her hand, basically in his eye. Like, her 5 fingers go around the eyeball, and he starts screaming, and then his jutsu deactivates, and Ren charges at them to stop her. But then, as she goes to hit, her, there's a barrier in between them two, and then you see Kakashi falls to the ground, and Ren's like, "What did you do to him?" And she says, "Oh, nothing. He'll be fine. He just needs some rest." And then she says, "Okay, I'll believe you, but if he does not wake up, I'll hunt you down and I'll kill you myself." And she's like, "Okay." And then as she gives her a smile, and she looks at her and she sees like she's a little bit beat up for being kidnapped and tortured with the genjutsu, and sees that like the barrier did some damage to her, and says, "I'm sorry for like what I did." And then she heals her completely with a snap of her fingers. She says, I'm a mystical healer, and if you ever need me," and she says, "Only you. Just call me out from the depths of, call out my name from the depths of your heart, and I will appear to help you." As she says, "What is your name?" As she turns into a purple and green sparkling glow that falls. It spells out fuck, what did I say her name was? Fuck. Alright, so I'm a major idiot, if you guys cannot tell already. I am not good with names. I will not say I'm good with names. I will never claim to be good with names. If I create an OC and I change the name 18 different times, then accept the change, move on. Alright, my last time changing names. I don't like doing scripts, I like to do it off the top of my head, my imagination, my thing. The little girl's name is just Dragneo. The mistress name is Haruko. So Haruko. So it's Haruko Dragneo, and then it's like her daughter, which is half dragon. Alright, so yeah, let's continue. So she says her name slowly, Haruko, and then she's like, "Okay." As she picks up Kakashi with like a newfound strength, basically, after being healed, the dragon, her and the dragon amplified their power a little bit so that they're a little stronger, or they're both a little stronger now. And instead of his Kakashi's eyes always being active, he is able to control it, and it's not stamina draining, and he can activate the Mangekyo, or not. He will be able to activate the Mangekyo, whenever he unlocks it, which is where we're going actually now, to whenever he stabs whenever Ren jumps in front of the lightning blade. But instead of hitting her in the heart, it hits her like let's just say if you like, well, if you're watching this, you're probably a dude, but if you're female, you know what? If you're a female, good for you. I don't know a lot of females that like anime, but normally when I find a female that likes anime, they're good people. So if you're a female and you're watching anime, you're good people. Love and believe in yourself. You know what? Protect my kings and queens out there with all this right stuff going on. Support, be happy. Live your life. So as instead of him stabbing her in the heart, if you lift up your shirt, guys and girls, if you're listening to this, hopefully you're alone, because if you're not, have headphones in, because I am horribly embarrassed, because I am a horrible person. I'm very shy sometimes, most of the time. So if you go off your belly button, right in the middle of your chest, where there's a little divot, from there to the right was all gone. From there, her whole shoulder, her whole arm, her whole shoulder, because he was more powerful this time from getting the amp from the dragon, and him being able to activate the Sharingan instead of it always being active, and being able to train with it easier, perfect it. He sliced off her whole chest plate from the right, the arm, and she called out to the dragon, and the dragon came to her in her mind and said, I am on my way, young one. And she said, I will save you. For now, I will heal you from a distance. And she was actually closing. She said, but you will die. But I will save you. I won't be able to get there fast enough, but I will save you. So as Ren's soul is, her heart and her soul is trying to leave her body. Her soul is trying to leave her body. The dragon captures it with her ancient dragon technique, dancing, the dancing dragon. I am so sorry about that whole jumble of words. The dancing dragon of collection. So it's basically, so it goes, you make two open hands, put one hand forward, and then put one hand behind you, and then you put your right hand forward, then you put your left hand behind you, and then you put your left hand forward and your right hand behind you. And then you put your left hand, you swing it to the left until it's completely at your side, and you swing your right hand forward until it's completely at your side. And you cup your hands, bring them together, and rise it up above your head like you're praising something above you. And then you close your hands, and then it's in a praying position right in front of that place and in your chest I said before, where it divots in, where your chest plate splits and then goes into your ribs. Basically, you set your hands right there, and then the person's soul would be sealed inside of an item or an object, that it could be extracted from and put it back into the body, and it can only go back into that specific body, and the body, can't be decayed. It has to, still basically be fresh. So like maybe a day or two old, and that's it, or 3, just as long as it's not decayed. So actually, I might make it so we're an hour, right? An hour and 10 minutes, right? How long are we? Yeah, an hour and 10 minutes. So, you know what? You guys only got a 45-minute video when I said I was gonna do the whole tuning exams. I'll probably I'll do the rest. I'll do until the third part of the tuning exams, and then I'll be done. So I'm gonna finish this and then do the tuning exams and then done. So shit, what was I talking about? Fuck. Give me a second. Oh yeah, and I'm gonna look back in the video to check the like goal again to make sure I said it right. So just a reminder, just in case I said it wrong, or I didn't say it at all. Maybe I didn't say it at all. Maybe I've just been thinking about it the whole time. So like goal is 5 for a video today or tomorrow. I mean tomorrow or the day after. Which I'm talking about. Oh, sorry. I did not mean to show you guys all my notifications. That's oh, my bad. So I think today's like this first. So today when it's being posted, it's the second. So when I get 5 likes, I'll either post it the second or the third, and then but if I get 10 likes, I'll post. The next video will be tomorrow, and it will definitely be Naruto getting his harem and building it, and then I'll make a like goal on that video, depending on how many likes we get on this video. If I should make no, I was just explaining to you that video. I'll wait. So yeah. Fuck, what was I talking about? Fuck. Man, I'm sorry for cussing. But I will cuss on my channel. That's just me. If you guys don't like it, I'm sorry. But, fuck it, I'm not going against, my natural way of, talking and thinking and stuff. So, yeah. Ren, gets stabbed and, her whole arm gets taken off. Obito, still kills everybody after, Kakashi leaves and stuff and then Ren, I don't know what they did with Ren's body in canon, but let's just say this time Obito, instead of being able to kill them all, there's one that's able to hide from him and then stabs him in the right side instead of the left side. So instead of where it's half Zetsu, it's he gets stabbed in the actual flesh, so he's stuck. He actually gets damaged because he wasn't expecting it, and it almost slices off his whole left arm. And the dragon dance can be done from any distance away, just in case that's like a plot hole. But you must actually know the person and know who you're talking about, and the soul must be fresh leaving the body, not she's they've been dead. So yeah, she has Rin's soul, and all she needs to do is get her body. So Obito has to retreat before getting Rin's body because he's gonna die if not. And he kills the last one, and after he returns to his hideout, he sends a Zetsu to get the body, and then the girl has already gotten there, and she reattaches her arm, and after she reattaches her arm, she puts her soul back in her body, but she's too weak to, wake up or come back to life. So she, is constantly healing her as she spreads her wings and makes herself turn invisible, which is an advanced form of her light manipulation, which is what she got with this dragon, because this dragon was part of a special house. So, you know what? This video is actually going to be a little bit longer than expected, but you know what? It's whatever. I'm giving you guys a lot of information. Hopefully you guys enjoy. So, the dragons are made up of, let's just say, 10 made houses. And they don't, and they have last names. Let's just say one's Dragneel. Let's just say one's Dragneel, one's Frey, one's Pilla, one's Tua, one's what's it called? Scylla, one's no, let's just say those five. So Dragneel is normally battle types, and they normally are able to manipulate easily fire, heat and stuff like that. The second one is look, I didn't make these names original enough. So it's Dragneel. Let's do Igneel. No, that sounds like... No, that's the guy from Fairy Tail. My bad. Let's, shout out Fairy Tail. Best, good anime. Not best anime. Let's say Dragneel. Let's say, shit. You know what? Put it in the comments. Name the other 3 names of the Dragon House, or the other 4. And if you want to, I'll give them like real life, last names, like something like freaking Dennis or something like that. I don't know. Just like a good good real people last name. But if you guys don't want to like that, it's fine. I'll create originals. I'll think of 4 by the next time you guys next time I make a video, if you guys don't choose one. Oh, I totally just went silent. Oh, my bad. I'm sorry. I was thinking. I thought I paused the video. My bad. So, yeah. If you guys have 4, 4 names I could think of, I'll do it. But I didn't know, so it's whatever. But if you guys don't think of any, or put any in the comments, I'll make 4 of my own ready for by the next time I make a video. Yeah, whatever. So yeah, let's just say the second house normally has the ability, manipulate water and stuff like that. The third house is normally it would manipulate earth. The fourth house is wind, and then the fifth house is normally just the leader of the dragon clan, which is the one that the dragon that's the Naruto's from. Let's just say let's just say the main dragon clan is the Uzu clan. So the main dragons, so it goes. So it's Dragno, and then there's Uzu. So, yeah. So, that's cool. Sorry. My brother's tossing and turning over there on his bed. Yeah. It's actually might be an hour and 45 minutes. So, it's an hour longer than the other one. So, cool. Yeah. Okay, so after that, they dragon stuff. The Uzu normally have control of all five, dragon stuff. She arrives, she picks up Rin's body. She turns invisible. She's able to bend light because it's based off heat. She's using using the heat waves in the air to control the light around her to bend it so that it seems like she's invisible, which is a cool ability that I just created. Yeah. They are get back to the island, and she begins to nurse Rin back to health. Rin accepting her and saying that she and her telling her full life story. The wife of the dragon, the mystical healer, she told her Rin her whole life story. What happened. When asked if she could become a dragon healer too, and follow in her footsteps, and what's her name? The sage, the healer said, only if the dragon deems you worthy, and if so, then I would no longer be the dragon healer, and I would probably after having the dragon sealed, I would die, but it would have to come out slowly. So if you would like to learn, then you will not be able to go back to your old life for many years, probably more. She says more than 10 to 15, and then Ren saying yes, accepting this, wanting to become stronger, and she didn't want to die again, basically. So she wanted to be able to help and protect her friends by getting stronger with, what's her name? The healer. So first thing that they would do was, train her in, regular healing jutsu. Just because she was able to use chakra, but the one girl wasn't. Let's say that. The actual healer wasn't able to use chakra. So or the actual healer wasn't able to use chakra, so she would just heal, yeah, the dragon power. So she would learn basically up to chakra scalpels, and then when she got that level with chakra control and strength, she would get 15% of the dragon's power. So they would unseal. The dragon would set up a mind link between the three of them, and a soul link, transferring 15% of his soul and 5% of Ren's soul into what's your name. He is now able to communicate telepathically with both of them without using like any magical powers, because he's inside of their soul. And the only reason why he is able to do that is because it's his ability. No normal human can do that. But only reason why 5% of Rin's soul got in is because it's permanently bonded with Dragneel soul. So to get to make sure that they're wait, what? Why did I even make sure? Why did I even say make sure? To freaking do the thing. You know what I'm talking about. No, you guys don't. You guys don't know what I'm talking about. Frick. I'm sorry. It's late. I'm tired. I'm tired. I'm late, or whatever. Give me 1 second. Sorry. Yeah. So 5% of her soul is just attached to the power, and 5% every 15%, let's just say, comes out. So by the time she gets 100% of her power, or 100% of the power, she'll have so it's she'll have she'll have 100% of Ren's soul. Let's just say she'll have Ren's soul and what's her name soul and the dragon soul inside of her. Because if the dragon the dragon holder can find a successor to give the dragon's power to, and the dragon acknowledges, they will have the knowledge of the previous dragon holder and stuff. So if she gets 5%, let's say, to start, so it's not like a big problem. So she gets a 15-5 split, and then after she trains for a few years, let's just say it takes her longer than expected, because she has to master different abilities, and it's different because she's getting, instead of getting pure dragon power, she's getting power from Rin and the dragon, so she has to adapt, and she is now able to use chakra from Rin's soul, and adding her chakra and stuff to Rin's. Oh, they're actually able to use jutsu and stuff. And she, will have mastery over every jutsu that Ren has mastery over, or know every jutsu that Ren knows, because she will eventually have all of her knowledge and stuff. Yeah, I'm sorry if I'm like rambling. It's probably gonna be a 2-hour vid. It's good because I haven't made a vid in 2 weeks, and I'm sorry about that. I was preparing for vacation and stuff. Okay. um, you know, the healer that looks like she's 20 but actually is 70 is tells tells Jiraiya and Minato that if he wants to be healed, that that she can try to heal him, but she is not, Wait, why am I saying Rin is now able to use chakra? Rin was always able to use chakra. Oh my god, I'm so sorry. I messed that up. I was saying that Ren was giving 5% of her soul to the person. No. The person was giving 5% of her soul to Ren. Ren would have all of her knowledge and stuff. So she wouldn't have any master jutsu or anything. So yeah. I'm sorry. It's my bad. So at this point, what's the name? The woman and what's the name are talking, and the dragon tells the girl, the dragon tells the person that has only 5% of her soul and the dragon soul left in them, so I'm sorry, that the dragon is about to transfer the rest of everything into Rin, after they figure out what these people want, and they ask if they can be healed by the healer, and then she says her power is not what it used to be. She will try, and then she can only use 5%. 5% is enough to get in so he can walk, but it's not like he can. I mean, he can run, but not like if he tries to run and jump and speed like a ninja, his back has a chance of breaking, and putting too much stress on it will get it really messed up. It can't be healed by Lady Tsunade still, because the damage is actual, it's actually messed up, not just oh, I can just heal it by using chakra. No, it's just mystically messed up, let's just say. And she says, make sure not to push yourself too hard. I wasn't able to fully heal you, and if you come back here one day and you are unable to walk, if by then my student has succeeded me, then you'll be able to get back to full power. But my student does not want her identity to be disclosed until she comes out and makes her debut to the world. So I'm respecting my student's wishes. He's able to walk normally, but it's easier just to sit and let Dry push him. Dry giving him chakra is now not just sustaining his injury. It's sustaining his injury and making it so that he can run, but not ninja speed run. So like a normal person, 8 miles per hour run. Or not 8 miles per hour. Like somebody in shape like a ninja would be able to run, but not completely. So he would probably be able to run for an hour straight without stopping. He wouldn't be able to be in long fights and stuff because he's still weak.
So they go back. They don't go completely back to the village. He says he wants to see what he can do. He's training. It's the first time in years he's been able to train. He isn't able to walk. He has to remember how to walk. So we go to where they don't leave. They stay at the place. Jiraiya and him are in a hallway, and there's railings on both sides of the hallway. And Jiraiya picks up Minato, holding him, and Minato's legs are stiff, but like straight up, and he's holding onto the railings and trying to move forward, but his arms are the only things that are moving. And then he just falls forward on his face, and he and then the healer says, take it slow. You probably won't be able to walk for the next month or two. And then she says, after today, you will no longer see me. I might look young, but I am actually 70 years old, she would say. She would say, it is my time to go. I'm leaving the rest of my power to my student, and the ghost will take care of you, and you are not allowed, other than the kitchen, the bathroom, the hallway. There's training in the backyard, and then their room. And that was it. If they went anywhere else, they would not be welcome there again. They wouldn't. If Minato ever got his back injured or messed up again, the current healer, the next healer would never heal him or ever. No, any of the healers in the future. So we switch back to Naruto's perspective as Naruto blitzes Orochimaru, with Orochimaru being distracted by Sasuke's Phoenix Fire Jutsu. Naruto blitzes Orochimaru wasn't expecting somebody so fast and so accurate to come out of nowhere with such speed and strength, as Naruto uses his claw to slice Orochimaru in half, thinking that he finished the job in one move. As Orochimaru does his snake thing where he crawls out of his own mouth, which is very weird, and I don't like it. Yeah. And he crawls out of his own mouth and says, that actually hurt and scared me, you brat, or surprised me, you brat. And he says, if you have power like that, maybe I'll take your body too. And then he does that weird extending his neck thing, as he extends his neck. Naruto goes to cut it off, but then it was actually a real life genjutsu. It wasn't like one that you put one person under. It's like anybody that comes into the area sees the genjutsu. Like, it was the genjutsu. So instead of his neck going straight out and then curving around to bite Sasuke, it goes out, and then the genjutsu says it goes left, but it actually goes right, and then it bites Naruto in the neck whenever he goes to slash the fake one and he misses. It bites Naruto in the neck, giving him the curse mark, and then it bites what's his name in the neck? Sasuke in the neck, and gives him the curse mark. And then he does his slither away thing, and shit. Why did I say that he blitzed? Oh, fuck, my bad. Damn it, I'm not meaning to pass the fuck, man. Damn it, shit. I'm sorry. I'm too tired. I'm normally not like this. Let's just say Orochimaru was actually attacking a random team and Sasuke helped, protect him. Helped attack Orochimaru. And then Orochimaru was Orochimaru, took his body. And then, let's just say he was attacking Sakura's team. And, Kiba and, what's his name, already got taken out. She would she would pick all four of them up, being stronger in this timeline, mastering Genjutsu. Her becoming a master of Genjutsu, learning most of, what's her name's Genjutsu. But, I'm sorry, that was a mess of words. Learning most of Kurenai's Genjutsu. She would also physically train, because what's her name trains as Anko, and Anko's, a freak, a weirdo. She was trained by Orochimaru. Okay. So, after after she picks them up and they go to that same tree, the sound team shows up saying that they're here to kill Naruto and Sasuke, and Naruto saying that Naruto wakes up at that moment and says, you won't be killing anyone today. The dragon, Orochimaru. All right, let's just back up real quick. Let's just rewind and say this. All right, Orochimaru appeared in Naruto's mindscape with Naruto's mindscape with the Nine-Tailed Fox, and Nine-Tailed Fox asks if he can have control over the boy's body. Or not, no, Nine-Tailed Fox. Orochimaru asks, and then he says he will set him free, and then Nine-Tailed Fox says, no, but it's not just because I don't want you to have control over this. It's not just because the dragon is preventing me from having control and controlling what this boy does or anything like that. It's because this boy is actually good, and this boy asked me my name, stuff like that, and he has that respect for him and stuff. Oh, I'm sorry. I just watched TV and they spell like 10 stories into a net, and I thought they were about to die. I'm sorry. Yeah. Frick. Yeah. Oh, I just said. What did I just say? Naruto. Yeah. The dragon then appears, not inside the cage next to Kurama, saying that this boy was, pure-hearted and very strong-willed and a very perspective, talent, and stuff like that, and that to give such a pure and good thing up to something so evil would be, a crime against all nature, stuff like that, and the dragon would then eat Orochimaru. Like, the curse mark would stay there, but he would eat Orochimaru's soul, negating it. Because, there's certain powers that you just can't stop. Like, you can't overpower the soul of a dragon. Yeah, I'm sorry. So then Naruto has red chakra flowing around him, and then he gets gold, a gold aura that goes around that chakra, and then there's a purple aura like in between those two, and then that's the curse mark on top of Kurama, on top of the dragon's boost from his Dragon Sage mode. And let's just say this. Let's just say he has the contract. He has a sealed contract, not with the dragon yet, or with anything else yet. Actually, he is only able to summon his dragon from his mindscape. The only reason he can do that is because his dragon taught him the spirit summon, which only takes spirit energy, not chakra. And his spirit energy is strong, and he can't summon the dragon at full power. He can summon it at about 10%, so it'll be able to take out the one tails, and it can fight it can take out the one and two tails if it's at 10% of its power, but not at the same time. Yeah. So, frick. Naruto would I totally skipped over the part where Sakura had to protect them all, but it all happened the same as in canon. Just instead of Ino's team hiding in the bush, it's Hinata's team, and then whenever she sees Naruto unconscious, she goes out and helps immediately, and uses Gentle Fist and is able to get Ken down, but the one with the gauntlet, is able to knock them both down. Or all three of them down, and then it's just the one with the hands, and then it's the one with the gauntlet. Then Naruto wakes up and sees Hinata on the ground, and then Ino shows up, and then Zaku, when Ino shows up, blasts her with wind whenever she wasn't expecting it, so she hit the tree that they were in and landed like right on top of Hinata. And then his emotions from seeing uh, one of the girl that he likes, and his comrade on his team, uh, you know, being hit by a powerful attack, and then also seeing, you know, uh, one of his oldest friends also unconscious, released these 3 amps, the curse mark, the chakra boost, and the 9 cent chakra boost, and then the dragon's power also got added to that. So Naruto but Sasuke also wakes up earlier. Him feeling this power, drew him, into life. As he went after the guy with the gauntlet, as Sakura told him that he did it to Hinata and everybody else, and he teleports like he moves so fast. It's a teleport like it even makes like the sound, whenever somebody teleports, that like that little zing, or like that chime. It's like it's like that. If you ever seen if you've ever played like Minecraft and used an Ender Pearl, like that sound, like or something like that. It's whatever. So it teleported, and or basically teleported, but he was just moving so fast, like it was unperceptible, even like at a Kage standard. That was a decent speed. It wasn't so fast that like a Kage couldn't see it, but it was just like very fast that anybody under Joni wouldn't see it. So let's just see how long we are. We're at 150, so I'll finish. I'll finish the tuning. Actually, I'll finish the whole tuning exams. Whatever. All right, so where was I just at? He defeats. What's the name? Whenever Sasuke comes back, he kills what's his name? He, instead of just breaking his arms, because while they were looking at Naruto, Naruto was like actually glowing, because the gold aura hid the red and the purple one. His aura just basically consumed Sasuke's. So Sasuke's was barely seen. And, Naruto just freaking destroyed the dude. Like, you remember when between the preliminaries between Lee and Gaara, it was like that. Like, Lee was basically teleporting him all around the air. That's what Naruto was doing, just much faster and much harder. Him being amped by a dragon, a demon, and a curse seal. So he got big power up right there. And if you guys don't like the idea that he's big, that he's broken, I won't make him hella broken in the next one. I'll just make him like a little busted. Like, he'll have some abilities that he normally wouldn't, but he'll be fine. Okay. So, he then he's like he sees like everybody's team, and then you see what's his name come up. uh, Lee gets there later than he normally would in canon, because he doesn't uh he doesn't you know he doesn't freaking, what's it called, let's just say he doesn't find it because it just takes him longer. I don't know. I just don't have a good reason right now in this plot and story needing thing. Yeah, okay. I'm sorry, I stopped talking. It's tired, I'm late. What? Wait, other way around. That was on purpose, by the way. If you guys thought it was an accident, it was a purposeful joke. Alright, so, yeah. Naruto says, since, we all, stopped and, to help each other, he already has his scroll for his team, then, now all he needs is a scroll for Soccer's team, and Soccer's team, Hinata's team, and he says, since you didn't, he says to Lee, since you just got here, you won't need my help. You should go look for things with your own team, and then he sends off 2 clones, and then they run off, and they disappear. But at that moment, you get a flash to Jiraiya and Minato, as Jiraiya is being Jiraiya just is in the room with what's his name, Minato, as they're conversating about when they should go back, and then the little girl enters the room and says, he points at Jiraiya, and she points at Jiraiya and says, you will have to leave now. He will return whenever he is ready, and then Jiraiya says, no, I'm not gonna leave my student here with people I don't know. And then she says, if you do not, I will destroy his spine, and then take you both out, and then she raised, and then she says, I'm not. She says, I might be a little girl, but I'm not one to play games. She asks again, would you like to leave, or do you want me to destroy his spine, and then you can both leave? And then he says, I will leave. And then as soon as he says that, he uses body flicker and teleports to the edge of the island, where there's a boat, but it's chakra charged. The more chakra you give it, let's just say, like, they have created that technology, and it's not like very advanced. It's just like basic things like boats, and so that they can get places faster. So since he has a lot of chakra, he can, and using like nature transformations, he can make it go faster, adding stronger chakra to it. So when he adds water style, he makes himself move like much faster. So let's say he reaches the land of waves, and yeah, I'm sorry if you guys can hear me sniffling and stuff. I need to blow my nose. I got allergies right now. Where are we at? We're 2 hours in. Yeah, I'm about to be done with the tuning exams here in a minute. He teleport. He goes back, and then he visits, the village hidden in the land of waves, and then a pigeon hawk finds him and says that it's about to be the tuning exams finals, and Naruto is competing in the tuning exams finals, and if this hawk finds Jiraiya to tell him that Naruto is becoming extremely powerful, stuff like that, and he will need guidance soon, and the third Hokage knows about third, fourth, and Jiraiya know about the Uchiha Clan massacre, because why would the fourth Hokage not tell his person? Because he is technically still the fourth Hokage, and he's alive, and he has to know all this stuff. He has to know all what's going on in the village and stuff. To take his fourth Hokage mental when he comes back to the village. Until then, he can't. Oh, I'm sorry I went silent again. I'm sorry, I was thinking. So yeah, there were Jiraiya was heading back to the village because he was thinking about how Naruto was in the training exams and was getting stronger. He was gonna need training soon. So as he returns to the village, we would just go to the preliminaries. The preliminary. I don't know why, but some YouTubers, wait for the preliminaries for like a different day, which is clearly wrong, because they said, especially that you should the preliminaries happen the same day. So the preliminary matches will go the same, except for he will get mollywopped, and Sakura will get mollywopped, and so Dosu would actually have a mat, would have what's it called? Because he actually survived because Naruto didn't kill him. Naruto doesn't kill people for no reason, but he has to have a reason. And he knows that, and the dragon knows that one day he will have to kill for like his village and stuff, but he's not like the type to kill, in anger or something. He's killing because he has to, protection of his village and stuff like that, and war time and missions. But he tries to solve it without violence as much as possible. So, yeah. Yeah. So it's basically the same thing. The only reason why Dosu just found two teams of unexpected people and then beat them with his sound gauntlet and got in, and then Kim fought. No, Kim didn't fight. No, Kim did fight because Hanata took out Kim, Hinata didn't kill Kim. Hinata just knocked her. Hinata just knocked Kim out, and then what's her name? Um, Frick, I'm sorry I went silent again. I'm tired. It's about time for me to go to bed. Yeah. So I'm gonna finish this up real quick. I'm gonna speed through this. I'm not gonna do the third party exams because I actually want to explain the fights. So I'm just gonna finish this part of the exams. Tell you the matches for the next one, and then I'll end the video. So basically everything goes the same. Matches are whenever Hinata and what's her name's match comes up, it hits Naruto much harder whenever Hinata says she, aspires to be like him. That's her same ninja way as him. And, she, wants to be a strong Kunoichi. It's like Naruto. It hits him differently. She sees how much she's actually been paying attention to him. Actually, to be like him, and he is looking at her a little bit differently now. And then especially whenever he fights Kiba. He gets, he's not like super strong. It's not like he's Jonin level or high tuning. He's still like mid tuning level. So let's say his level right now is mid Gara retrieval arc. So Gara retrieval arc is basically where Naruto's strength is right now. But he doesn't have the Rasen Shuriken. So, or the Sengan either. So it's actually pretty impressive for him to be that high. He'll get much more busted in the future. Yeah. So he gets hit by Kiba's Fang over Fang, and instead of let's just say it has a different effect since Kiba let's just say if you get hit by Kiba, you get scratches, but if you get hit by Akamaru, and Akamaru can get a bite off on you, and he tears a chunk of skin off or tears a piece of meat off your stomach or something, you get poisoned in that spot. Let's just say that's a unique ability, because I don't think they did enough. I think they could have done much more with this clan, because they made so cool, they are beast masters, making it able for them to control what's it called, and, talk to the animals, make a special bond, be able to ride on those animals, how big they get and the jutsu they can make and stuff, just they could have did much more. So yeah. Alright, let's go. Yeah. So the matchups go. The finals matchups are: first match is Naruto versus Neji, and the second match is Shikamaru versus Tenten. Third match is Dosu versus Choji. The fourth match is no. Did Dosu beat Choji in the semi-final? Right. So let's just say Dosu got a free pass in the quarterfinals, or the what's it called? He was the only one that didn't fight the thing because it was uneven. Let's just say that, because and then let's just say he went up against Choji, and then he beat Choji. Choji lost. Shino. I'm sorry. Actually, he didn't go. He went up against Shino, and he lost against Shino. Yeah, Dosu went up against Shino. No. Dosu went. Shino got a free pass. Dosu went up against what's his name? Went up against Choji and won. So all the matchups are the same as in canon. And the month training arc. If the month training arc is where you want Naruto to collect his harem, hit 10 likes. If you want him to get his harem whenever it is, what's it called? Because, if you want him to get it now, or he'll be able to get, it'd be easier to do it, right now. But if you guys want me to do it after the tuning exams, it'll be much more fun because I can do like a whole arc on him just getting a harem. Like that can be a whole 3-episode segment of him collecting his harem, and then or starting it, like getting the girls set and prepped. Or I could just do like an extra long hour or 2 hour long episode of just him collecting his harem, which would be cool. And then the Tsunade retrieval arc would happen. So it's either the next episode will be him making his harem and then doing the tuning exams and then the Sasuke retrieval arc, or it's gonna be him doing the tuning exams, the Sasuke retrieval arc, and then the time skip. Then the Tsunade retrieval arc, and then the tuning exams, Tsunade retrieval arc, time skip. Tsunade retrieval arc, freaking Sasuke retrieval arc, time skip. If you guys want me to do that and then make his harem, or you want me to make his harem now and then build it up from now, because if we build it up from now, I can have them smash in this is part 3, I can have them probably smash in part 5 or 6, and I will go into like a whole 30-40 minute thing about that. Like most YouTubers I see just say, oh yeah, they smash and have fun. No, I will go into detail. I'm not gonna say everything obviously, but I'll put some images in there for you if you want. That'll have its own goal, and yeah. So I hope you guys like the video. So like, comment, subscribe for this 2-hour and 13-minute video. Sorry I stopped so much. Sorry I went on so many tangents. If you guys don't like the tangents and stuff like that, it's too bad. I like doing them. It seems like it's fun. It'll keep my attention sometimes. And I'll try to stop the tangents if you guys really don't like them. But I think it should be fine. It's just freelance, just me talking about the same stuff, just differently. Yeah, so thanks for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed the video, and remember, 5 likes for video today or tomorrow, or 10 likes for a video tonight, most definitely, with him collecting his harem, if we get 10 likes. Okay, thank you. I hope you enjoyed the video. I'll see you guys later, and goodbye.